Hello. Is it working? Hello? Yes, I think we are working. Right, give me a second, please. I just need a second. I've got webcam issues. Okay, I need you all to test something for me. Welcome, by the way. If you're new here, say hi. And please don't leave for at least 60 seconds because there's just the technical side of things. Hello, so could I please grab an F if the camera is working? Because I can't see anything. I don't think I can say the word. I don't think I can say the word shit so early in a live stream without YouTube telling me off. Advertisers. All right, cool. Right, it's working. Cool. Wonderful. All right, that's good stuff. That's good news because my my camera control software is frozen. So what we're going to do is we'll just leave it frozen. It can just be frozen and we'll just hope for the best. How are we all doing? How is things with everyone? We're going to do mail time in a moment. We got some mail over my shoulder. There's some mail. We'll do mail time with scissors. What could go wrong? One second, everybody. Right, I think I'm better now. I just need to cough out all of the neurotypicality. Make it gone. Today we're going to talk about something that I've coined. Because everyone needs to coin something these days, don't they? Everybody needs to have a thing. So, I mean, I've got a lot of things. So, so we're going to add another thing to the pile of things. And we're going to talk about autism spectrum advantage. Mostly because it's a really cool semi-alliteration. Michael Syke, welcome. That's a new name. I don't think I've seen your name before, but I like it. I like what you've done with the mic. Welcome. Haley, Mark, Neil, Helen, Nikki, TJ. I hope your migraine gets better. Saber? Does anybody want him? I mean, I want him, but I could post him. 2 days. We could have communal cattage, couldn't we? We could have communal cat, communal saber. He's my familiar. Hello. How would it work? Do you wish to share more? We can appeal to the autistic hive mind. This is one of the advantages that we have. We have a hive mind. We can connect over the airwaves. Who else do we have? People. This is good. Right, I have to move some panels around. Right, okay. YouTube is telling me to insert ads, but I don't want to insert ads. So, we're going to do mail time. I have mail over my shoulder. You can visit his nieces. Indeed, Wendy. Yes, this is true. This is for my Mac, and I'm trying to use it to control things, but I'm not using a Mac. I'm using a PC, so it's doing nothing. Just a fidget toy. I'll move it out of the way. Hi to fair babies. Hello. We have Polly in the corner, which is Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle. That is her actual name. If her microchip ever gets scanned, it says Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle, which I think is awesome. And the vets would just say the white one or Polly. Hasn't been to the vets in ages, actually. Taking Polly to the vets is fun, just because of how funny it is. When they come out and go, Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle. That. It's so funny. I have to record it. Discreetly. We are Borg soup insofar as, and this should go into your expansion monotropism paper. Yeah, kinda, in some respects. I think it's because we've all had a lot of similar experiences. And I don't want to get negative on everyone, but something that does genuinely upset me, I guess. It's just when I see kind of like bizarre kind of infighting, and it does exist online. It's the dark side, I suppose. but not in a cool, siffy way. More in a, oh, I really need to clean that one day kind of doom pile way. Because we all have an awful lot of things in common. This is something I've learned over the last couple of years. So if I go back a few years, I'm thinking, oh, I really am kind of alone in this world, right? Not, that sounds melodramatic, but you know what I mean. I will make content about it. I can promise you all this. I can promise you, if there's something I could do in this community, it's going to be, can we stop with the fucking level number bullshit already? In terms, no offense to anyone, I mean, that's not what I mean, but like, people will put level numbers on social media bios, and they'll literally call themselves level 2, level 3, like that's the world in Mario they're on, or the stage they're on Dark Souls or something. And you know, that's the World of Warcraft character. It's finally reached level 60 and it can do the end game now. And I'm just saying, okay, it's contextual. If I could go to my grave, you know, having at least explained something, it has to be contextual. Know your strengths. I'm trying to be cheeky and get an extra one in before mail time, but it's contextual. It's 100% contextual. Obviously, those, you know, like support needs, I'm not taking that away from people. What I am saying is that your support needs will change depending on context. I know somebody's going to say I'm non-speaking on a good day and I'm non-speaking on a bad day. I get that, but that's every level of autism is a boss fight. Yeah, it does feel that way. But Jen, hello. I always thought those numbers were the person's age. Yes, or shoe size. It's when it becomes this sort of battle. It just needn't be, because I hate to say it, but there are a lot of autists out there struggling a lot more than me, and I'm struggling a lot more than someone else. So what? Who gives a shit? It's irrelevant. I'm a level 7 undiagnosed autistic paladin, if you're curious, Mike. Well, Johnson, I would assume that you put a lot of points into charisma. Buffering? How is that possible? No, the buffering should be resolved. Please tell me there's no buffering. Is there actually buffering right now? Because if there is, I'm gonna have a quick little network check break, and you can all watch me while I'm doing it if you like. Okay, right, let's check, because excuse me, we should have no. Sorry, 1 second. I'm a little bit. We should have no buffering. We should have no buffering. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying you're right, but that we should have no buffering. It was a tiny bit of packet loss, like that lasted under a second. So you should be all right. Oh, that's Quinn. Okay, I won't play it now because obviously it's private. Yeah, good. We don't want buffering. That's the reason I'm not streaming on Twitch right now, or Facebook, or Instagram, or TikTok, or any other places that sometimes I additionally stream to. And it's because of, let's have a nice clean stream with no buffering. It's the battle of the buffers. There's a load of places still going to check. Yes, indeed. I'm genuinely interested in making sure that the technical side of things works, because if I can get rid of that off my mind, then I can focus on other things. I've lost a few packets. Yeah, me too. If anybody finds them, could you please return them? Speaking of packets. Oh, I have to be a bit careful. This has got the address of the sender on it. Right. What I'll do then is open it upside down. That'll be fine. It appears to have come from Los Angeles, or at least... No. The box was made in Los Angeles. That's funny. Okay. Here we go. Can I move the camera down? I don't think I can. Because the camera software for moving the camera around has crashed. Saber will help me open it. I'm not giving anything away showing that side of the box, I don't think. Look. Hang on. I need to monitor my stream. There we go. Yeah, there you go. And it says it's Los Angeles paper. Okay. Saber's going to help open the box. I love the black squishy cat. You want one? Yeah, here, look. This is Saber, everybody. This is Saber the cat. He smells of, I don't know, like grass and raisins. I'm going to put you down now, Sabes, okay? It's Los Angeles paper. I have a Leatherman, and I really like my Leatherman. But unfortunately, I don't know where it is. I have an AirTag attached to it, but the AirTag is not showing me where it is, and I changed the battery recently. Yes. My leaf smells like rice usually. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes like rich tea biscuits or digestive biscuits. I'm very sorry to those of you who have adopted some of Hydra's kittens, because Hydra's kittens do not smell of rice. Hydra's kittens do not smell of biscuits, as in human biscuits. Hydra's kittens smell... I'll just leave it there. That's a full sentence in and of itself. Okay. What's inside the mystery box? There are things inside the mystery box. Has the sender of the mystery box, is the sender of the mystery box in the chat? Kisses for him. Yeah, absolutely. My cat smell like a laundry detergent. Yes, that makes sense. No, Hydra's kittens are kind of smelly. And not like always, but they're the smelliest cats we have. And that's saying something. Okay. You can't smell like fresh laundry because they're sleeping in a laundry basket. Okay. Leader farming earlier to smell rice. Okay. Last time I opened a mystery box, I got a locked room with a dead body. This sounds like a confession. Cats smell like sugar to me. Yeah, I know what you mean. Cats smell like... I actually had an argument with someone. Sorry, I'm prevaricating on the box, but I had this this weird argument. It was in a job I had, I know, sort of circa 2004. Somebody in the office said that something smells bad. It smells like a cat's basket. And I thought, that is a weird thing to say. You can't say something smells like a cat's basket, therefore it smells bad, because cat stuff, you know, notwithstanding they haven't done a shit in it, smells nice. Cats are pretty clean. They might mean a dog bed. Those can be a bit whiffy and skanky. But Vinci, do your dissertation. You can watch this in rewind. Okay. I'm opening the box. It's mail time. This box is from... I should probably check to see who it's from first, shouldn't I? If you sent me this box, could you let me know? It's been a while since we've done mail time. That's mostly because there hasn't been a huge amount of mail. Okay, I know who it's from. And I know your username. Do you want to own up before I open the rest of the box? You're in the after parties quite often on Discord. Are you here? Okay. I'm just going to open the box if you don't own up. I love entering streams at a weird moment. Well, I don't think the stream is ever not weird. Oh, look, cool. Okay. Oh, there's loads of things in here. Okay. Wow. Okay, we have Cran You Say chicken from the US of A, which is chicken and cranberry flavor crunchy cat treats. That's pretty cool. We rescue nutritious food, we turn it into healthy treats for your cats. It's sustainable. It's sustainable Sabre food. 2 bags. 3 bags. I think we're going to be doing a Catmageddon today. Okay. Oh, I can actually smell them. It's like, it does smell like they say on the back. Okay. Not for Mike. Although pre-vegan days, I have actually tried cat treats. Okay. Sabre is very interested. Sabre is one of the luckiest cats on the internet. International cat treats. Not just any cat treats, but international cat treats. Okay. There's bags of... Oh my god. Sabre. Catnip and chill. Sabre says smells very good. Sabre is now in the box. Sabre is now on the box. Okay. And Sabre is getting really irritated. With pre and probiotics. Very useful. Oh, this is a lot of cat trees, by the way. It's a lot of cat treats. I've actually closed the door. Only Sabre and Polly are in here, and Polly is deaf, but Polly is sniffing the air. Polly's currently sniffing the air. Actually, Polly is literally sniffing the air. I'm going to take a picture. Princess Polly is sniffing the air. That's where she is. She's just there. She's over there. There's more in the box. Okay. Okay. Sabre, please leave those alone for now. We have... a crinkle catnip toy. Sabre says yes, please. Sabre, we're going to do Catmageddon. We are 100% going to do Catmageddon. Buffering? No! Okay, this really does stink of catnip. And it's got... It's an ocean one. Look. It's got a permaid on the bottom. Can you see the permaid? That's a permaid. This is Burf or Boofus. Giant Boof. Having a little snorkel there. And a very happy cat on top. Aww. Scuba cat. Oh, it's got a cat jellyfish on it too. But the cat jellyfish is on a seam. See, he's sliced. Okay. Hey, check that. Okay, Sabre says yes. Okay. Rosie's. California. Catnip certified organic. Oh, it's organic catnip. It's actually organic catnip. We're just gonna have to live with the buffering, I'm afraid. I think everything's... Oh. Okay, I'm just checking stream, like activity and health. It says it's good. YouTube is happy. Okay. That's really sweet. I like him. Thank you very much. Squishy squish. The sea. Flap flap. You guys can't easily see from where I am. Red Gem, more glitch from time to time. Minor glitch, but overall good. Okay, thank you. Well, we'll continue. There's not a huge amount I can do. I have reduced the actual bit rate of the stream. It's okay. You guys won't notice the quality difference. I was broadcasting too much data to YouTube. And it's all correct now. Everything is perfect. Except obviously it's not. But I don't think there's much I can do about it. It's probably the ISP. Look, look, look. Your Squishmallow version of Cluedo. Seriously, I need to know more. That sounds pretty cool. Okay. Sabes, please. As a friend. Have you seen that? That's so funny. Saber's just meanwhile he's getting quite busy up here. Look at that. Can everyone see the tab cat? How did they... What sort of a pose is that? Cat dancer. Okay, Saber is in the box right now. Okay, here we go. The action cat toy will enable you to enter your cat's world of speed and agility. Cat Dancer, the action cat toy, will enable you to enter your cat's world of speed and agility and share their playfulness and the spirit of your hunt. Made in the USA. It is tariff free. Where's that? Oh, whoa. Okay. It's gonna explode. Whoa. He's swiping at it with his invisible paw. Okay. Here we have Polly. This is Princess Polly. Polly. There are multiple cat toys. That's really generous. You really didn't have to. I wish to name you. I wish to shout you out, but I cannot. I wish to ask. But we will chat on the Discord. Hi, Mike. Saber is going nuts. Saber's actually like getting angry now. All of this prevaricating, Saber is like... Saber's actually getting annoyed. Watch this little bit of the camera. He's actually getting pissed off. He's going to take matters into his own hands. Hi, Mike. I bought you these in November, so I apologise for not sending it to you sooner. Don't. Apologies. Whoa. And without anything handmade, I'm celebrating a victory. And I haven't sent anyone a package just because in many years. Aww. I hope you and the autistic cats enjoy the treats, cat dances, catnip, and squish. Thanks for all that you do. Layla and Fam. Meow meows. Thank you very much, Layla. I have named you. Name dropped you. I'm going to make this cat dancer work. We're going to go very fast. And we're going to have to do a... Got Polly here. Polly looks like she's having an epileptic fit right now. Apologies to everybody. Can confirm. It works. She's going nuts. She's basically just sitting there vibrating. She's just getting... She's actually... you know this thought, this idea, that if you lose one of your senses, your other senses get honed? I think it's possibly true. She is... I'm going to let her just have it. She's... Okay, I kid you not, this is her favourite toy. I need to get a camera trained on her, which I will do during the break. I used to have a 360 cam. I mean, I still have it, but it's not. Polly. Polly. They love that thing, can confirm. Yeah. Yeah, I like the brain composite. Yeah, I mean, she is probably our biggest hunter, I think. And she does that without any hearing. They love that thing, can confirm. Have you got one, Liz Defer? Is Saber jealous of the attention? Yes, he is. He's here and he's seething. I promise you, I spend most of my life with this cat. He is angry right now. I can feel him. He's not happy floppy Saber. He's actually angry. He might bite me. He's genuinely pissed off. He's actually annoyed. He's really angry. Okay. Is your catnip treat, Sabes? Okay, I'll take the label off. I might leave the label on, to be unfair. There you go. Have fun. There's like more toy there, and I can hold it a bit further away. If it's more the opposite sensory overload, one distraction gone means you can focus no sense you have. Hey, that's interesting. Blender Beetle might be onto something there. Because I don't know if anyone else does this, but you know, especially with the earplugs, you know, from Sunday's video, or headphones or ear defenders or whatever. It does hone your other senses, doesn't it? In a weird kind of way. He's angry. Okay. Polly. I'll give the pot catnip to Polly. Polly's vicious as well, and her claws haven't been... None of our cats are declawed. Obviously, that's not good. But we do clip their claws. So at the end of their claws, we do sort of clip off the end. Okay. I need to do a Catmageddon, which means we need cameras. There has to be a way to do this. Without plugging my big camera in. I will have a think about it. I'll give Sabes some now. Which one do you want, Sabes? Are we going to go green or pink? Sabes? Okay. Sabes, choose. This one. Okay. Here we go. You have chosen Cranusake chicken. They're quite stinky. Okay, ready? Cranusake chicken. I know. Thanks. Look. Hey, Polly. Polly as well. Okay, hang on. Where's the bag gone? Oh, it's here. Princess Polly. Here you go. That's just the bang is my headphones. Sorry if that reverberated into the microphone. I hope it didn't. Yeah, Saber's really enjoying them. I need to move. I'm going to go over here. I think I can. I don't know that I can. I think I can. I go like this. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. I can barely see the chat from here. I can barely see the chat. I can see the chat. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. From Stephanie Alexandra. Hello, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Leslie, I can see Leslie's name really clearly because it's Lime. Do you guys like... This is like an eye test. Crinkle sounds. Sorry about the rest of your message. It's gone. Juju, Helen. Looks like Saber is enjoying those. Nikki Bishop says... Sorry. Your message has got... Maybe just her personality. Okay, that must be in reference to something. Listifer, do you need me to talk bigger? That works. Go Caps, everyone. Someone says hi. I've got no idea who that your name is. I'm sorry. All caps work. Yeah, all caps actually works. The font I'm using is it's like actually it is. I think it's Comic Sans. It's not actually Comic Sans. It's similar to Comic Sans. WTF, Mike? Why are you... This is weird. Lazying about... the cats. Because of the cats. Look, this is Sabes. He's a void. So if you can't see him here, it's because the dynamic range of my camera is insufficient against the background. That is your problem. Not his. This is his evolutionary advantage. He is a void. And then on here, Yin and Yang, is Princess Polly of Fluffy Butt Castle. And they're enjoying the treats. You guys, these treats, they have a lot of carbon miles on them. They have 5,000 miles away. Don't expect more. It's a lot of treats, but then there are a lot of cats. So. Sorry, everyone. I'm not being rude. I promise. Ebony and Ivory. Yes. And Yannicka. Yes. You have a different colour because my cats entered the room. Red or green? Red or green? Yeah. Oh, the red and green thing. Yeah. Lol, 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 lol. Yes. I can see Leslie. I can see your name. Judy Bell. Judy Bell has the most visible colour. Your lime green. Heather McCarthy is blue. And your name is the hardest to read. These colours are like random and they're assigned by stream elements. Sabe says, I am the darkness. He does. He's as dark as my friend. See, they're sitting up. Can you see him sitting up? He's a bit like a black hole. Sometimes you can only see him. You can only detect him when he moves in front of a light. You detect the absence of light and have to measure how much light is blocked to determine if it's Saber, Bruce, Lucy, or now, Dottie. One or two. Bit late, but I'm here. Hi, Charlie. Watch the balloon. Oh, the balloon thing. Yeah, where it goes and you have to look up a road with a hot air balloon. Sorry, I haven't been for an eye test in a while. I probably should go. I don't feel like I need it though, because I can see like all the individual twigs. I just can hardly see the text, mostly because it's got a big bright light behind it. My key light is there. The screen with your chat on is there. There's another bright light there. Look through the tiny hole. Yeah, you're right, by the way, Anne-Marie. You're right quite often. It's disturbing. Well, that actually works, by the way. This is genuinely the case. If you make a tiny little hole with your finger, like with your finger flesh, your finger skin, the flabby bits on the pads of your fingers. You make a tiny little hole and then look through it. I mean, you guys can't see unless I can't plug my head in. But if I could, you'd be able to see the chat nice and clear through a tiny little hole. It actually works. You should all try it. Like right now. Like, if you have like glasses, take them off and then make the tiny finger fat hole and then look through the finger fat. I can see that, Yannicka. I can see it now. It's nice and clear. The finger meat, yeah. The uncooked finger meat. Left eye dominant, yes. Well, my left eye is a slightly better prescription than my right. I will drink my tea now. No one here. I have to check because the rollers of the chair roll over a cat. It would be very unpleasant for them. Would you like to try green flavour? Let's try it. It is time for a hydrate break, but in like 1 minute. All right, ready? These ones don't... No, neither of them smell bad, I have to add. This smells like a warehouse. Does anyone know what I mean when I say warehouse? It smells like a commercial building of some description. It smells like a freshly painted office. Okay. If you're in America, you can buy these yourself. Not sponsored, hashtag. Thank you very much for mail time. Crunchy Cat Trees, catnip and chill. Well, let's chill you out, Saber. Upcycled sweet potato. Actually, they do smell a bit like sweet potato. Go get them. No, this way. He is now eating them. Cole, hello. I just wanted to say hi and thanks and welcome, by the way. I think you're new. I haven't seen your username before. I just got diagnosed with autism last week. I'm 30, so it's been a hell of a lot of a life to figure this out, and you've helped me. Oh, you did that yourself, but thank you very much for being so generous and kind. And also, Cole, congratulations on the autism. I think we have a little bit of cake in the kitchen. I should get a slice of cake and celebrate your autism diagnosis with some cake. Polly's rolling around with the catnip toy. On Friday I'm going to the opticians because I hate my varifocals. I've got the chat here as well. But the chat here on my screen is very small. The chat here is big print. So it's easier for me to read. And also, if I'm reading the chat here, it looks like I'm making eye contact with you. Just easier, right? You know how much we all like that. Yeah, no license to practice autism. I've never heard of someone celebrating a diagnosis. Oh, really? Oh, well, indeed. I mean, can you hear the noise? That's Polly. Hang on. Sorry, we have to do it this way. Hang on, that's a bit bright, isn't it? Is that a bit bright? Is that not bright enough? The screen, if I turn it up a bit? You can't really see it, can you? Hang on, let me turn the brightness of my phone right down. That's better. She's doing the I'm going to grab you and kick the hell out of you pose. This is yoga, and it's called the I'm going to bite you, grab you with my front paws, and kick the crap out of you like a rabbit with my back paws. I'm doing the same pose right now because sleepy. Yeah, it's a good pose. Sabre is now in the box, by the way. The box from LA. The international paper box certificate. 26 Edge Crush, Los Angeles. I'm sorry if I've just read out your address. I don't know that anyone would have an address called International Paper, Los Angeles, but if that's you, I'm very, very sorry. It's just interesting because we don't have such formal boxes in the British Isles. We just have... Judy Bell says, I think we tend to congratulate and welcome people because the world's been mean and often judge us sharing our diagnosis. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know if that's the entire reason. I think there's a few things behind it. It's kind of become a bit of a meme now. But yeah. Yeah, I think so. In short, in summary, yeah, 100%. Perhaps they're a heritage bespoke box maker. Do you have... It literally says International Paper Box Certificate, which is kind of cool. I mean, to be fair, an autism diagnosis just comes in a bit, you know, a bit of paper. Not. It's a bit anticlimactic. Whereas to receive a box, which is also very generous and very kind, and thank you very much for mail time and for sending stuff in, and thank you very much for my squishy flap. It's all really lovely. Thank you so much. But the box has more of a certificate on it than my diagnosis. that was the joke I was remarking on. How do you know it's 22 pages, Jensen? Surely it's more pages for the longer you've lived, no? It's like one of the things I've found about doing YouTube is that I have an awful lot of stories, and just it's purely a function of time, isn't it? It's purely a function of time that you know. Sorry to be, I'm not trying to be dismissive to anyone who's young. I keep telling Nina that I'm a millennial, which in some respects is true, but only just. I feel like the tallest man in a youth club. That's a bad analogy. Do you know what I'm trying to say though? Yeah, I'm right on the borderline, but depending on who's saying it, because it changes a little bit when millennial starts. Just join the Patreon, Tall Hobbit Stitches. Welcome, in your honour. Congratulations on joining the Patreon. You are going to have a great time. I've got Patreon videos to upload imminently. One of them is, I know this sounds a bit crap. Two-minute advert break. Sorry. 2-minute advert break. Be right back.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden. I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden.
Hey, I got Anna Ferret. Hang on.
Gold strings,
Saber, don't press buttons. Saber, Saber, Saber.
gold words, gold anything, golden. I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things, golden. I'll follow only golden, golden,
Anna Ferret.
golden things.
Ah! Don't use. She's using my my flesh as like support for her, balance. She really shouldn't do that. Okay, this is American food. Autistic Cat's Lunchtime Tuesday. Amazing. I love that the stream is on during our lunchtime. But again, it depends, right? Depends where you are. And America is a big place. Big continent. I am sorry for all of you, by the way, in the US right now. In fact, worldwide. I know things are difficult. Right now. Up and down, up and down, up and down. What are you talking about? Your cat has beautiful eyes. Thank you, Ryan. Which one? The plushie? Or the ferret? Anna Ferret? Or 3:22 p.m. 3:22 p.m. is a nice time. It's probably one of my favorite times of the day. 3:22 p.m. It's like, it's 3 o'clock is still kind of dragging on from lunchtime, and 3:22 is like, it's not yet 3:30. I actually like the mid 3 p.m.s. And yeah, I'm not trying to be sort of political or whatever. What's going on right now isn't even politics. It's just awful. You can't even argue a left and right thing. Just is, it's just not great. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore it. It's just like, what the hell can I say? Be kind to each other, please. Nina and I have a thing where we say that it's our fault, as in we have to break up because it's causing all of these calamities. Because they just seem to have happened the whole time that we've been together. Prior to meeting Tea Fairy, I'm not saying life was good, but international events were a little more, I'm not saying it was It's not just a case of being. I think it's partly a function of being a bit older, and then you go back in my day, things a bit. But actually, things were just calmer, a bit more hinged. Yeah, that's probably the better way to put it. A bit more predictable, a bit more. I know there was the 2008 stuff. Do you know what? Every year there's been something awful going on around the planet somewhere. But just more understandable, a bit more. Oh my god, my partner and I say that too. Free mind. I need to know more. Tell me. It's one of our major. This started when David Bowie died. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly. Yeah. 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 Rational. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Things. I don't know. Maybe a bit more understandable, a bit more rational. Yeah. Could be. I hope everybody's got their tea. Tea does make everything better. Hashtag not sponsored. No sponsorships. I have no channel sponsorships. I was not saying I wouldn't take one. Yay, capitalism. But like Yorkshire tea, if you're out there, my favourite tea brand. Isn't there Anne Marie? No. That's a fallacy. Isn't there a strong correlation between the increasing in world insanity and the number of cats you have? No. There is a correlation between pirates of the Caribbean, pirates, the golden age of piracy, and increasing international insanity. We need pirates back. We need Johnny Depp and Blackbeard and crew. Joker, I think everything went to poo and the humans came back before that. Back in the good old days, things were better. Well, yeah, I mean, I always think, and I do genuinely mean this, I always think it whenever I hear, which is very, very often, it's multiple times a day. Whenever I hear something about, for example, climate change or something like, oh, we're destroying the planet. No. The planet will be fine. Don't worry about the planet. Up until the sun is middle age, the planet's got at least 4 billion years, so the planet will be fine. That's all. It's just whenever I hear it, and or if the news is on or whatever. Sometimes it will have one of the news channels playing a bit. And all the climate change stuff, and then I'm kind of like adjacently involved in marine biology projects and citizen science, that is. I've supported a lot of scientific projects in the sea. And yeah. I mean, stuff is changing faster than certain ecosystems can adapt to. But the planet will be fine. All of a sudden, zoom spotted by stars. Yeah. The planet will be fine. The age of the octopus will arrive. Well, kind of, Erwin. It's going to more like be the age of jellyfish. The acidification of the oceans. It models predict a jellyfish sea, essentially. Yeah. Badger and Fox, title just arrived. Title live indicated a more upbeat tone. Badger, we have just done unboxing. We've just had fun and games. We've just had tea, and then things got a little bit somber. I'm not sure whose fault that was. It's got to be the tea fairies. Hello, Graham. How's it going? Please tell me what you've been making lately. I have a 3D printer that I haven't fired up in the last time I used it, and I hope everything still works because it is loaded with filament, was like before I started my YouTube channel. And like before doing YouTube, I was interesting people. I was more interesting than now. What tea do you recommend to those of us who are accustomed to coffee? Probably Tetley. Probably Tetley. So Tetley is stronger than Yorkshire tea. These brands are available internationally, by the way, or equivalents almost certainly will be. There will be an equivalent. But Tetley is a stronger tea. It's kind of more akin to coffee. If you drink a lot of Americanos and things, then you might like Tetley. It needs a lot of milk to kind of balance it. You don't want to let the bags, steep for too long. Yorkshire tea is very nice. Yorkshire Gold is nice as well, but it's quite expensive. I can blind test the difference because obviously I don't want to pay for Yorkshire Gold, which you get less, I could have sworn it's just fancy marketing or placebo. The supermarket owned brands are fine. But Yorkshire tea is great. Hev, welcome Hev. Am I saying that correctly? I'm not quite live before. Thank you for making content you do. I'm 37 and newly diagnosed. New videos have been so helpful and validating. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot to me that's been there on the light lines. And welcome. I think it's fair to say, I'm trying to make the best videos, but then I'm trying to get them out quite quick, and sometimes I do worry if I've missed the mark a bit. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. M62? Are we talking about the motorway? Are we talking about the object? So you pronounced it right. Thank you. Thanks, Ev. I wish I could get diagnosed. Great. Yeah. We have had a conversation for full sort of disclosure, but I can't repeat. I won't repeat private conversations that I've had with folks. There have been some lovely conversations I've had with people. Can't repeat stuff. Oh yeah, you can still get pyramid-y kind of tea bags. I think the marketing is that it kind of helps it doesn't. It just flattens when it gets into water. The kittens say hi. Hello, Fizz. Welcome. I think I've seen your username before. This can't be your first stream. Saber, by the way, is... he lifted 7, I say his name. He's in the box. He's just right here. Okay, now I'm talking about him. He's woken up, looking around. He wants more treats. Best tea brand depends on the quality of local water, says Jenny. I think you're right. I think you're incredibly right, actually. Like, incredibly right. The quality of the water and the water hardness makes a big difference. And I'm about to sound really anal and daft about stuff, and I don't know. But I have had tea from different parts of the UK, and it has tasted different each time. And I've supplied the tea bags and the milk. It's like there's not much difference except for just the quality of water. And I used to have sometimes I had skin issues in the UK, but not so much up here in the north.
Plutonium lolly super shattered $2.18.
What's that
Hey
for so
Siri,
long?
how does a cat in heat sound like?
Let's try it. Hey Siri, what does a cat in heat sound like? No, I thought it was going to be a funny one. So, there are some more good ones. Okay, I'll do it for you. Meow. 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 How was that? I'm pretty sure I've said something pretty awful. It's probably contravenes YouTube's community standards. You could get a tea fair, give you a blind taste test with different teas. Yes. And that is an idea for a future live stream. That has to happen. I think that has to happen. But I reckon I could do it, to be honest. because I think I struggle a bit between the different supermarket blends. But you know, sometimes you get really nice teas you don't expect them. I've had like you know when someone gives you like gift box tea and it's just tea in like some Christmas ornament or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just a gift tea, just like a random crappy tea. Those are usually quite nice. Those are usually fine, right? So like it's not always like it has to be posh or whatever. It's just tea. Some teas can be quite strong, or some teas can be a bit of an aftertaste, whereas Yorkshire tea is just quite refreshing. Needs more reverb, Mike. I think you're probably right, Soup. And I think what's quite funny is that after my cat in heat impression, everyone leaves the stream. Well, not everyone, but yeah, about 15% of people go, fuck this, I'm not here for that. I came for the autism. I got an impression of a cat in heat. We can't be having this. Unsubscribe. Which is actually quite funny because I don't know how many of you know this, but generally speaking, people unsubscribe on live streams. Do you know, when I started the stream with Quinn and Jen last week, about 4 or 5 people unsubscribed within the first 2 minutes. And I think it's just, I would like to, genuinely I care, like an exit survey, just, and it's not like, you know, everything can be, you know, you can create something that everyone likes all the time, whatever, no. But it's quite funny that people perhaps get a notification for a live stream and go, it's not my thing, and then they unsubscribe, which is fair enough. But why would they then unsubscribe more if it's Quinn and Jen on the stream at the same time? I don't know. I just find it odd. I don't understand. There's nothing obvious there at all. If cats are autistic, then there's still an autism stream. Yes, exactly. Because as we all know, cats are autistic. How do you feel about Biscuit Brew? Oh, Badger and Fox. What a great question. Conflicted. You can get, for those of you that don't know, you can buy tea that tastes of biscuits, as in cookies. And you think, oh, no, that's nonsense, blah, blah, blah. When I was a kid, Walker's made a crisp, which apparently tasted like hedgehog. They were hedgehog flavoured crisps, apparently, whatever. Everyone was going nuts for them. But the sort of like biscuit teas actually do taste like biscuit teas. They do taste like they're expected to taste. And they're actually quite nice. But I don't like them. Does that make sense? Like the Advertising Standards Agency wouldn't go after them because the advertising is accurate. Tastes like biscuit. Charlie would recommend. Yeah, it's, do you know what I'm trying to, Charlie, back me up, right? They're accurate. They are what they say they are. No, thank you. Yeah. Yorkshire tea do that. Yeah. Flavoured fruit teas are nice. I think so. Sometimes I can do a fruit tea. I probably don't drink it many times in the year. It's usually because I can't have this. Then I might have a fruit tea. God forbid I'm at somebody's house and then they don't have actual tea. Then I'll have like a fruit tea maybe, or a squash, or just water. I need to hydrate everybody. It's important, don't you know? Conservatives are having a rough day. What they can deal with? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I do feel like our community often have. Twining's Earl Grey is an interesting one. I'm going to say 3.7 out of 5. Because Earl Grey, I think people kind of got into it because of Star Trek. I'm not going to lie. And you can have Earl Grey with milk. Dairy or oat milk. And it's all right. Earl Grey, yeah, it's not my first choice, but Earl Grey can work. Earl Grey is all right. Yeah, it's okay. I could have it. If I was offered it, I would drink it. I'd be happy with it. Earl Grey. Yeah. Lady Grey for me without milk. Yeah, you can do. The grey teas can be done without milk. 100%. Just fine. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. I feel like you did so much for Earl Grey. Orange peel tea, not for me. But that just sounds like a syrup just for Christmas baking. Lapsack Chousong is. I put that in the same category as Earl Grey. I'm fairly certain Earl Grey was unknown as states before Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even think people were drinking it much in the UK. I was a kid at the time when TNG came out. I don't know. But I do know a lot of people that have Earl Grey. If some like, I feel like Earl Grey is kind of like, this is an homage to Patrick Stewart. Probably the whole Earl Grey industry owes an awful lot to it. Chai tea. Do you know what? Coconut chai coffee is actually quite nice. Like that's like a fragranced spiced tea in a coffee. So if you like spiced tea type drinks, you might enjoy a coconut chai latte. That's very tea-like coffee. And that's quite nice actually. Sometimes I'll have that at my local coffee shop. Chai fudge? Oh, interesting. I heard of Earl Grey before TNG, but I never was too drinkers. Like, imagine if a really popular show, right? A really popular series that runs for a large part of anybody's life. Because TNG did, right? And it runs for a large part. It's a very impressionable part of everybody's either youth or teenage years or young adult years or whatever, right? And let's say Picard is drinking coconut chai lattes. Machine, computer. Coconut chai latte, hot. I reckon there'd be a whole industry around coconut chai lattes. I think the whole that's my hypothesis, okay? Because I'm saying coconut chai latte, and I don't think it's a common thing. And neither is Earl Grey. Well, it's sort of now a bit. It would be the thing. People would be chai latte, coconut, hot. What was that one with the cigarettes? No, it's not. It wasn't TNG. It was the parody. It was the parody movie with what's that comedian guy? Seth thingy. My brain has gone empty. I can picture his face. Where their version of the Klingons eat cigarettes. PSA, I discovered you can get powdered coconut milk. Yeah, you can. I have some, but I much prefer. Charlie knows because we were talking about this on the Discord a little while ago. The Oatly little Oatly triangle thingies. The Orville, yeah. That's it, Orville, yeah. I have to watch that thing again. Red Dwarf is the best sci-fi comedy? Yes. Red Dwarf is. I have committed the first 3 seasons' entire scripts to memory. I'm a big 500 packs of cigarettes. Yeah. Just the Orville was such a great show. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Orville is more Star Trek than a lot of Star Trek. Yes. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. I just thought the cigarette scene is it's just amazing. I don't want to spoil it for anyone if you haven't seen it. It's hilarious. 500 cigarettes. So funny, yeah. Sorry. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you are like, what the hell are you talking about? Don't smoke, everyone. Talkie the toaster. You want a muffin? Bagel? Pancakes? There's an Accountant 2 coming out. Accountant 2? What's that? 6 months of comments from people. Yes, I'm an accountant. Yes, I'm probably autistic. Yes, I'm constantly people. Accountant. What was that? I can't remember. How did Fast get as a teenager? Red Shirts? I haven't seen Red Shirts. Red Shirts is newish, yeah. I was creating Red Dwarf regularly. Good choice then. Good choice. I met Crichton once. Not actually Crichton's. Robert Llewellyn, who plays Crichton. Not the original Crichton. But the main Crichton. The one that did more than one episode. Ben Affleck, accountant, assassin. Nice. Okay. So he does what? Like blue collar crimes as well as white collar crimes. Interesting. The autistic page. Hey, I'm mighty evolved to be here. You certainly are. You're using a computer. You met Rimmer. Cat. Oh, Chris Barry. Cat is played by, what's his name? The dancing guy. Tongue-tied. He was in Maid Marian and Merry Men. If none of you have ever seen that, by the way, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about really high quality kids TV. We've just had Pancake Day. Pepper Pancake Day. Danny John Jules, that's it. He was in Labyrinth. Yes, he was one of the little dancing imp things. Yeah. Did you go to a convention then, Jansen? Did you meet them all at like a Red Dwarf convention? Because if you are, I'm super jealous. As for me, it was part of my renewable energy work years ago, and it was a strange conversation I had with. Sorry, my eye is itchy. Does anyone else get that? It's like squidge, squidge, squidge. Sorry, you don't need to know that, did you? My brain is gone. Robert Llewellyn, yeah. He was talking about clubbing and stuff. And I'd only ever been clubbing like twice in my life. Not my thing. Too noisy. I'm sure it's fine if you like it. I've loads of concerts. Concerts are fine. Concerts are cool. But yeah, just like random sticky smelly clubs. Nah, not for me. Thank you very much. But yeah, he was talking about his clubbing days and stuff, and I just could not relate. So we had a rather awkward conversation. I'd much rather have talked about Crichton and his second head and his groinal attachments rather than his clubbing days. Let's be memories of watching Red Dwarf amazing and you are getting high. Excellent. I stumbled upon the first episode of Red Dwarf with no knowledge. Was perfect. Yeah, it's amazing. And it was super incredible for its time as well. The whisk attachment, yeah. There's loads of like little odd Red Dwarf episodes that were done for things like comic relief and things that never really took off or made it out. There's a can't smeg, won't smeg, or can't cook, won't cook kind of a TV cooking show, which was redone with the Red Dwarf cast, and that's fantastic as well. If you haven't seen it, you can get that one on YouTube. It's with Ainsley Harriott. I mean, clubbing, you mean like baby seals? No. Oh. The Promised Land. Yes, it is. What? Yeah, it was a comic sci-fi con in Camden back in the noughties. Nice. That's cool. Wished I had cool friends back then. That'd have been cool. I could have gone to those. Stargate SG-1 and X-Files do it for me. Gillian Anderson played Margaret Thatcher in something recently. I haven't seen that. Although Gillian Anderson was filming on the Isle of Man I think 3 years ago. She was filming for some robots thing. I don't even know what it is. I have to go on IMDb and find it. I don't even know if it came out, to be honest. I don't even know if it's coming out yet. I have no idea. Except Gillian Anderson was filming something. The Crown. Yeah, I think it was The Crown. Yeah, she was... Well, no, this is a separate thing. Yeah, she did really good Margaret Thatcher on The Crown, apparently. I don't know. I used to LARP too, Mike, spending entire weekends pretending to be someone else seems to come naturally to me. What, weekends, Jansen? Like 2 days? Amateur numbers. I'm joking. Leslie Larding. I think your finger slips, but that is actually even funnier. I mean, I wouldn't say it's particularly vegan, but in theory, you could moisturize with, with lard. Could you imagine? A weekend of larding? No, I know what you mean, but it's quite funny. I've just never seen that word before. It works quite well. If you lard too much, you'll need a coronary bypass. Sorry, my brain has just got images of people with elf ears in woods just rubbing blocks of lard all over themselves. And I'm trying to do the live stream, but it's like, yeah. I can act out what, what I'm imagining. Just like, it's like a sketch from Viva La Dirt League, you know, in the woods and people are just rubbing blocks of lard on the bodies. No? Lardy cake is actually quite nice. I haven't had that since I was a kid, mind. But oh, okay. Where was I? Red Dwarf. Yes, indeed. I ever tried live action roleplay, but I've got used to roleplay group with just a murdering bunch of hobos. How is the Autistic Cats D&D group going? My goodness. I feel like I've been out of it for so long, just because I'm just working everything right now. And I feel permanently dazed and drunk, but it's not forever. Not the YouTube channel forever, obviously. Just it'll be good when I am done, that I am not yet done. So, I've got some cool projects coming up. For those of you that don't know, I am still doing my ABA training. I'm finding it very difficult. I'm squirming. All of this for one bloody YouTube video that the algorithm might not even show people. Yeah. So expect my ABA video to be out at some point soonish, but I have to keep it going. They're timing me, you know, make sure I'm not cheating them on time. I have to do. Why are you ABA training? Well, Lucy, because I'm going to make a video about it, about ABA. And it feels like the most thorough thing to do. Whereas some YouTubers may just film themselves giving their opinions or something. I'm doing exactly the same thing as they are. But I'm also doing the thing. I just want to scratch my own skin. At the end of this, I will be a BACB board certified. It's only a I was going to say parasocial. It's only a para. What would they call it? Like the equivalent of a paralegal that works for a clinic, but under supervision. Like an assistant, like a lab technician, like a junior. I will be an ABA junior technician until I post my YouTube video, and then they're going to strike me off. Because I can see the future. And I have to pay for it all as well. Well, I mean, I'm saying I have to pay for it all. Thank you very much, patrons. Sorry, I'm just reading your comments now. D&D, preparing to equip a T-Rex with a trebuchet. Yes. My people. Charlie, I feel like you suffer so much just to give us good videos. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. It's genuinely suffering because I thought it would be academic and I could just get by. But it isn't, because I have assignments and I have to do... The next module is all about autism. It's just about autism. And I swear to you, I'm literally... As soon as they start talking about self-injurious behavior, I'm just going to be scratching I'm just going to be... Oh. I am literally probably going to be bleeding before I finish that module. I'm not talking about self-harm. I just mean... Just... How to lose your patrons, tell them they're paying for ABA. Well, no. What it is that I don't believe, and I genuinely mean this, and I cast no shade on anyone. I don't mean my fellow creators, some of whom are friends of mine. I'm not casting any shade. What I'm saying is, I don't see them running to do the certification process in order to prove a point or to learn something. Like, I don't know. God bless them. I do love them. They're rational. They're sensible autists. Please don't tell me you're doing ABA therapies, Brittany, but I've heard... Brittany, yes, but in terms of... to be clear, I'm studying the same syllabus, the same qualification. When I have the certification in my hand, I will make my video. I will finish it off. I've got tons of research on this thing. It's taken so long. It is not going to break even. This is not a sensible commercial decision. I'm just trying to do something. I have spoken about ABA many times in my videos, in fact. I even compared it to being waterboarded earlier, like last month. But I will do the up-to-date training. I'll go through the process, and the only thing I won't do is the clinic hours. I have asked Kaylin. I have contacted Kaylin. I have not heard back. We've got a mole and he's autistic. Barry Hobbs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware at some point they're going to feel like they've been had. I'm not trying to do that to them. I'm not doing a Sacha Baron Cohen type of thing. It's not a gotcha. I'm genuinely trying to learn. I'm genuinely trying to see the perspective. I've got 5 questions I want to answer, by the way. I have 5 questions I'm looking for the answers to, but I don't have the answers to because they don't they don't obviously exist anyway. If any of you want to help me out on this, you're welcome to. I don't think you'll find the answer. One of those questions is obviously Ivar Lovaas created ABA. He was also the creator of gay conversion therapy. He believed he could take a Christian man and turn him off men and onto women. It's not my beliefs, I'm just telling you. He said also of autistic people that they are shells. They're not real people. They're just shells of people. Clearly backwards, batshit views. My point is, we now have a claim of good ABA and bad ABA. This is by the professionals. They're like, ABA is not like that anymore. We've changed. Okay? So I want to know, how do you tell the difference? I need to know. Okay? I need to know. How do you tell the difference? How does a person who's got an autistic child and wants them to be in ABA therapy, how do they know where the good ones are and where the bad ones are? How do you tell the difference? That's the first thing. The second thing is, what's the scientific justification for ABA? Because I can tell you I've spent a lot of time in the scientific literature over the last 2 years and there isn't. ABA is circular. It's like, how do we know Spider-Man exists? You know Spider-Man? How do we know Spider-Man is real? Well, we know Spider-Man is real because Spider-Man lives in New York. There are books about Spider-Man in New York. Spider-Man visits some real places in New York that really exist. You can visit them yourself and see where Spider-Man has been. Therefore, because New York exists, therefore Spider-Man must be real. That's ABA therapy. I would like to know, because I might have blind spots. I might be wrong. I am biased. So I'd like to know where my blind spots are. And I'd like to be told, we have this evidence and it comes from this and it's this. I have spoken to psychologists who have told me that the good bit in ABA, modern ABA, is actually not ABA. It's actually, I've got something under my skin. I think it might just be ink. Maybe that's where I store my autism. I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to make sure it doesn't move. Like a black little wiggly line. It's probably just ink, but okay. Yeah, so I've spoken to psychologists that tell me that the modalities that are good in good ABA are basically from other things. We can talk about speech therapy, for example. We can talk about encouraging and modeling good behavior. These are modalities that exist elsewhere, and therefore are beneficial, and they've been adopted by ABA. That's the good bit. Okay. I don't necessarily think we should be kind of like trying to reinforce autistic people against things, even like self-interest behavior. I mean, self-interest behavior is bad, right? But putting the pressure on the autistic person to change rather than their environment, I'd be ripping my hair out if I were living in the conditions that a lot of high sporting autistic people live in. Anyway. I have a couple more questions, but if I keep talking to you guys, you're not going to watch my video, which is very expensive. So my video is very expensive, and I believe it should be the best piece of work on this subject. There you go. How's that? Just doing my best doing my best work. And I haven't done it yet, but I'll make something that I'm proud of. Does that all make sense? I need you all to watch it because it can't be a 10 out of 10 on YouTube. It's got to be like a 1 out of 10. It's got to be rapid because there's a lot of work going to a bloody YouTube video, which is like old news in a week. Do you know what I mean? It's like you produce this thing and then no one fucking cares a week later. It's like, but I want to kind of make a thing. I'm also very aware, for some reason, when I make a YouTube video about a topic that's been controversial or something, that the people behind it always watch it. Don't ask me why. I watch it even before your points were mentioned, before you made it. Thanks, BB. I appreciate that. I really do, generally, because I'll probably end up just telling you all and being like, "Hey, spoiler alert." But yeah, I am biased, and I will make a video, and I'm almost certainly not going to be in the comment section. That video there ain't enough time to get it out for Sunday, so it might be next week, or it might be the week after. It might be the week after. It might be the week. I don't know. I want it off my plate because I'm fed up of it right now. I wish I could do nothing else but this and then just get it done, but I don't. I've got other things to do. Jansen, they'll have more than an AI. I've told them that I haven't told them what I'm doing vis-a-vis training, but I have told them what I'm doing, and they want to talk to me. Yeah, they don't. We're doing a figures viral. Yeah, kind of me too. I hope so, because obviously I want the channel to be a viable success on YouTube. It doesn't need to be like major big. But it needs to be sustaining. It needs to exist, and part of that is by making good videos. But I think that I don't want to be. I don't know. I can tell you that the video will have sessions of ABA in it, and some of it will be uncomfortable to watch. But I would appreciate it if you watched it or just left it running with the volume off or something. I'm actually not allowed to say that on YouTube. You know. Watch the damn video. Hi Sarah, how's it going? Thank you. I suppose if anyone does ABA therapy for living anything about that slideshow and argument, yeah. And to be fair, if I make a video about it, there are a lot of people who work in this area. And if I have critical things to say, which I do have critical things to say, they won't like it. Well, tough. What I will do, what I intend to do is, I don't know that I'll have the spoons for it, because trust me, I'm scratching myself while watching it. Is I plan to make a video about the training, which I'll probably put on Patreon. Separately. That's it. I have to do ABBA therapy. I'll do Dancing Queen afterwards. David, I'm about 10% of the way through. About 10% of the way through. In terms of research, there will be a mind map. I guarantee there'll be a mind map because I'm making a mind map. What really annoys me, what I find difficult with any sort of training, is when I can't see the purpose or I can't see the point. It just, for some, look, it's my problem. It's not whatever. I just get really, I just feel very, very tense, very, very anxious. I feel very, very nervous. And if I don't know why I'm doing it, like, what the fuck is the point? Like, and are you talking shit? Are you telling me lies right now? Or are you, like, do you know what I mean? I have this cycle in my head going on and on and on. This applies to dive training as well. It applies to teaching as well. It applies to even to snorkeling. Even I did a 3-day snorkel instructor training course, and a lot of that I was like, I just want to scratch my 10% of the way through, but you're already weak. Is your ADHD making false promises to you? Maybe. But I did say the week after, or the week after, or the week after. Yeah. So there might be a mind map as well. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I get really antsy when I don't know the purpose of something or why we're doing it, or the justification for it. I can tell you that there is actually a very small module. I think it's about 20 minutes long on person first versus identity first language. So that's a good sign. But so far the training has been all about the BCAB or BACB or whatever it is, and all of that stuff. I wonder if they would be able to certify me from the Isle of Man. They require like things like police records check. Don't worry, guys. I can do it. No judgment on anyone without a clean record. My police file is very big, but it is clean. So I could send that to them, I guess. But I don't know. The less the BACB get of me, the better, because I don't trust them regarding data handling. But yeah, sure. It'll be interesting to have the certification. But maybe just proof that the exam is. There's a whole journal of applied behavior analysis. There is. And the thing is, a lot of it is very self-referential. A lot of it is very much like I said with my Spider-Man analogy, which is just that, you know, Spider-Man lives in New York. New York is real and everyone can see it. Therefore, Spider-Man must be right. And, you know, I think a lot of the presuppositions, it presupposes that autistic behaviors are errant. Therefore, we need to correct them. And I mean, to be fair, let's say somebody does have a behavior that's in some respects undesirable or socially unacceptable. Let's say it is flapping. It doesn't necessarily follow that needs to be right. No food, no treats, no snacks. Ivor Lovaas promoted withdrawal of food and water from autistic children until they complied. I don't think my course will say to do that. Don't think that's the case. I have an ethics handbook. I think that would be interesting to talk about. I think it's important. Layla, why am I doing this? Layla, thank you so much. We did the unboxing earlier in the stream. We did mail time. Thank you very, very much for Catmageddon. The cat treats are all here. Squishy is here. Thank you so much. To answer your question, sorry if you missed mail time. I apologize. I think it's very important to actually understand what I'm talking about. And that's been the case throughout the lifetime of my channel. Sometimes I tell you a story from my own opinion. I often give you my own opinion. But I do separate opinions from facts. And I think it's very important to weigh up the reason. I know you believe me. I know you're the same. What I'm trying to say is, how can I make content criticizing ABA if I don't know what they're currently training is? If I don't know what the current syllabus is and what it contains, I don't know that I can criticize it. I don't know that I can critique it. It might be good. I don't know. It might be pathological. I don't know. So by doing these things, why not just do the formal training? I will be the latest certified ABA dude. I will have an ABA membership number, BACB membership number. I will be a temporarily certified BACB ABA therapist. And I think I can talk about it as a recently certified BACB therapist. Would that not be better? Do you think that would not be valuable? If so, let me know. But I have already paid for the training. Yeah, exactly. The BABA. Anna Ferret is playing with the cat toy, by the way. One of these. Anna Ferret has it right now on. Like that she could. Your hot take, but I don't think it's always needed to stop harmful stims spinning over harm. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it necessarily is. I also think that, to some regard, sometimes certain harmful behaviours, which could be harmful to a person if the person is an adult. I suppose another example of that might be if you have a neurotypical adult who smokes a lot. My father. Should I, knowing that the cigarettes are killing him, should I slap him every single time he puts a cigarette in his mouth? Should I dip his cigarettes in chili powder? Should I do some, aversive conditioning? Should I reward him with cake when he doesn't smoke? That doesn't ever happen, so I'd eat the cake myself. Should I do those things, or should I let him kill himself with cigarettes? He is gonna eat cigarettes. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Osprey again. He's going to smoke the cigarettes and he's doing harm to himself. But he's an adult and he can harm himself in that way. And for a short while, the nicotine helps him deal with the pressures of life. It's a complicated conversation, this. Lorax, what you're doing is going above and beyond. I think it's laudable and honourable, if not a bit traumatic, to take the cost to understand. Thank you very much. I didn't realise that it would be traumatic, but it is. I'm interested in getting onto methods. We don't do methods until the second half, basically. Right now, it's all the preamble. What is autism type of thing, and I'm really annoyed. I'm getting irritated. I feel like, and the only person I know that David will relate here. In fact, David will hard relate because sometimes we were in the same room. So it's like when you're sort of passionate about computers and you know a lot about them and you're at school and you're going through how to use a word processor application and you know everything about the word processor. You have to sit through opening and closing windows. And typing words onto a keyboard. I don't think this is really a thing anymore. But certainly, you know, this is back when the internet was novel, computers were novel. And it's like, you know, just typing words into a computer, clicking things to put colors on a screen, just paint, you know. This is incredibly frustrating. That's how I feel on this course. Okay, that's the course so far. Are there Sabes? Sabes is in the box. How about that? Look! Whoa! Sorry, you can get back in the box. I put treats in it. Okay, I'll put them here. The box has got a dress on it. We'll do that there. Sometimes harmful behaviors actually prevent other more harmful behaviors. Yeah, what is autism? Yeah, big yikes. Yeah, it's honestly making me want to yeah, I'll leave it there. Yeah, he's done the Alan Carr book. Yeah, and he said it was helpful. In fact, he did stop for a few days, but he's like a 40 a day kind of guy, so it's a hard habit to kick. Unless you have LPA, I don't know. Look, I'm legal next of kin for my mum, and I wouldn't stop her from necessarily a harmful behaviour. I mean, you know, and this is in her best interest. It's complicated, the conversation, this, but in some respects, you have to let people be. Like, why are you doing a certain thing? And sometimes prevention is worse than the cure. Sometimes. Virgin Fox, yeah, please take care of your mental health. Yeah, that's why I want to just get it done and out. Yeah, it is genuinely, so far, not the most awful thing, but there's still time. I reckon about 90% is still ahead. Plus an exam that I'll probably fail. No, I won't. Don't think I'd fail it. I think it'd be quite easy, to be honest with you. I don't think it'd be the most complicated exam I've ever done. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think the standards are that high. This is my prejudice, but I don't know. I don't think so. Just don't pile on the guilt. Yeah, exactly. DJ, good point. Yeah. Quality of life, not how long. Yeah, totally. Exactly. I completely agree. And quality of life is so important. So important. Especially when you're talking about someone else. I mean, when you have that conversation and you talk about it like quality of life about yourself, it's all right. When you talk about quality of life and you're talking about it with respect to guardianship or whatever, or of another person, a child or whatever, and you think that the way to... Lucy, but you just need to be careful to answer the questions their way. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's so painful. People watching this are probably thinking I'm being melodramatic. Some of you will be thinking that. But I promise you, it's not the same, okay? Look, it's not the same, but it's like, imagine being asked a question like, what is the, how should cis female partners in heterosexual relationships be treated, you know, And then you've got like maybe a multiple choice of like 4 or 5 responses, and they're all terribly sexist and misogynistic. But you know that you have to pick the right choice in order to be accepted and move on to the next part of the training. Like that's a horrible situation to be in. That's just a horrible, do you know what I'm saying? Like supplant that with any group of people that you wish to slice humanity in any which way. You could say French people, how should they be treated? Or you could just say black people, or you could say people with blonde hair and blue eyes. Who knows? Whatever. It's just weird looking at questions about a demographic, not in any way written about that demographic, but about them, and then how you should handle them. It just feels weird. It's just feels really dirty, and obviously it is dirty. But I mean, it's just weird. I'm gonna have to take some beta blockers before doing that section. This is the truth. My hands are getting clammy just thinking about it. So I'm going to talk about it on YouTube, and I know that's going to make anger. They're probably going to be forcing people to sign NDAs after my YouTube video. That's probably what will happen. I'm not trying to sound aggrandizing or in any way narcissistic, but it just is true. When you make, for whatever reason, I genuinely do not know the answer to this, but for whatever reason, if I or someone else in a niche or whatever makes content about something, it's amplified. It doesn't just sit there with like 1,000 views. It gets amplified. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I wish I knew how that works and I would game it, but I don't know. Make all the angers, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Badger and Fox. Not melodramatic at all. Imagine if you had to write the right answers to a science test as a climate denier. I actually don't like that analogy. I do like it. Logically, I like it. But I feel like I'm the right one. I know climate denier would too, wouldn't they? I'm not a climate. I'm yes. I feel like a climate denier doing a science exam. Don't read into the analogy any further than that. That's all you need to know. It's just an icky feeling. It's just icky. It's just icky. Like, if we talk about children in any field, human thought, you talk about children in any field, no fucking problems. Because everybody was a child once, and children don't understand and don't care. And autism is often looked at as a childhood condition. I mean, literally, support services for high support needs autistic children, when they reach 18, drop away worldwide. I think it's a problem. It's it's an issue from no matter which way you look at it. But autism is looked at as very much a child thing. When children are cute and lovely, you ruffle their hair and give them whatever, hugs, maybe not if they're autistic, Yeah, it's weird. So, you can have a lot of content written about kids and, oh, it's not a problem, I'm not a kid, therefore it's fine, But it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Reading stuff like that. It's weird. It just is weird. It's icky. I would feel icky if it were about another group of people that I'm not. I don't have OCD. If it were written about OCD. No, that's not true. I probably wouldn't feel the same. I would feel less ick if it were written about a different group. I'm sorry, that's just human nature. But I feel very icky doing I feel like a spy. J for Soup. Mike, how much are you paying for this? Not a huge amount. Fortunately, thank you, patrons. Because I can't do it with AdSense revenue. Autism doesn't go away with adulthood, often simply displays different traits. Yes, indeed. Indeed. But it's often looked at as a childhood condition. My mum's a Christian, and even she had trouble with the requirements that every paper include a Bible passage. Sure. Charlie's collected a Moomin. Moomin book. Amazing. Is there new Charlie? Obviously, there was the new Moomin game on Nintendo Switch. Other platforms are available, blah, blah. But like, was there? So obviously someone somewhere, the estate, is making new novel Moomin content, or is it just fan content that's new? Unless the book is old. Is the book old? I mean, if the climate denier set the test and wasn't precise in the language, yeah, could maybe. My partner Def was forced to learn lip read and mainstreamed in class, the oral method, which feels like a harsher kind of ABA, just to make him pretend to be a hearing person. Yeah, you're right. Need to flapping through, so yeah. The other thing I'm finding quite difficult is that the recorded lessons, the videos are optional, but you basically do need to watch them or listen to them. The recorded elements are recorded really badly in terms of sound quality, and I'm really struggling to listen to them because of the plosives and the hissing and I'm really struggling. There's a rule on YouTube, which is your video quality can be crap. Like the better it is, the better. But you know, if your audio quality is bad, people can't abide it. You know, and that's yeah. I'm tempted to download the videos and then run them through a noise filter, and then just watch them or listen to them. I'm watching them on 2x speed. I had a professor in. I cannot now. I've never said this before. I apologize. I need that username, SNL FKDJS. No. How do I say it? How do I say your username? Copy. Paste. Google Translate. Danish.
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst. Snilkæftig Jason-lakst.
Give me a few moments.
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst.
Chloe J, I can say when my video is done, if that's all right.
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst.
Snilkæftig.
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst.
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst. Snilkæftig. Snilkæftig. It's gonna be.
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst.
Snilkæftig. 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 Dude, load the course into an AI and see what it thinks about it. Yeah. That's part of my plan. Transcript it all and go tell me what you think. To be fair, regarding LLMs and their training, both DeepSeek and OpenAI have trained heavily on output from organizations like Autism Speaks. And it's really, really frustrating that, for example, if you ask it to design you a YouTube video thumbnail or anything, a poster, a birthday card, whatever, and it's for an autistic audience or an autistic person, you will get something that looks a little bit like an Autism Mom t-shirt design. You'll get colourful, garish puzzle pieces. Something wouldn't look out of place, emblazoned on a NYPD cop car. Yeah, it's really, really difficult. Not Danish. It's not Danish. Then was ist das?
Snilkæftig Jason-lakst.
Jason-lakst. Snilkæftig Jason-lakst. Coriel, welcome. Mean. Hello. Snow Kitty. Where's Snow Kitty? Snow Kitty? Is there a Snow Kitty? Where's Snow Kitty? Who's Snow Kitty? I'm not sure my username is definitely not the hardest to pronounce anymore. Sorry. My brain. Nina tells me off for this, by the way. My brain goes, Yannicka. I know that's not quite right. Snail Kitty is the abbreviation. Have I missed something? What have I missed? Jason Lags? Jason's legs? What? Polish. Leslie, how do you get about puzzle piece for autism? It's not really at all. In fact, puzzle pieces are the least triggering thing in the universe. The issue becomes when autism is thought of as a puzzling condition, which it really isn't. It's not puzzling at all. The diagnostic criteria is not in the least bit puzzling. It's really clearly written out. It's very clearly done. And autism, as experienced in the autistic community where people are sharing experience with each other, it's also not particularly puzzling. If anything, neurotypicals are puzzling. Snow Kitty. Okay, this one.
Snilkæftig Jason.
Snilkifty, your name is Snail Kitty. I hope you don't mind. Okay. So that's the issue with the puzzle pieces. Leslie, to answer your other question about the autism mom. So in my experience since starting my YouTube channel, I've been told to shut up. I've been told to destroy my channel. I've been told that I'm speaking over people's autistic nephews, and it's never nieces, incidentally. You know that. It's always nephews. It really is. I heard another autistic YouTuber mention that once, and I thought, yeah, right. No, actually, it's true. Always somebody's 5-year-old autistic nephew. But Peter Pan. They all have Peter Pans for some reason. They never grow up. And the issue is that the mums go, "You're talking over my kid. You're talking over my kid," and it's like, what are you saying? You saying that your kid doesn't have a Shure SM7B microphone, XLR microphone? I think. What are we talking about? Talking over? I'm sorry. You want to shut me up because I'm speaking and I'm talking about stuff. I'm making videos on YouTube, and that's so offensive to you? This is en masse. It appears to be the same. It appears to be the same person with different usernames, and there are literally tens of thousands of them, and they all say the same thing, or the same set of things, and it's pretty disgusting. It's not a one-way hate, but it's like a one-way hate followed by a flabbergasted "what the fuck" from autistic adults. So that's the issue with the autism mom, in a nutshell. I mean, it's not that deep, to be fair. Autism families filming children as well for social media. Mike, your shut up privileges have been revoked. Quite. Well, there you go. Well, I did try and be quiet, but an autistic person stopped me. So, Amber, are you saying your child would never be an adult with autism? Yeah. Well, indeed. I mean, something that I've tried to say to build bridges. Doesn't work, but something will at some point, which is like, I'm advocating for autistic adults. Your baby will be an autistic adult one day. Can we not share a cup of autistic Yorkshire tea and agree on something? FYI, by the way, I never actually set out to become sort of disability activist. Yeah, that just is. I don't really accept that label, but I would say content creator works, mostly because content doesn't really mean anything, does it? I think I said this last week. Stomach contents. Bowel contents. Everyone should have some. Sorry, I'm finger drumming. I shouldn't do that because I don't know how it's going to sound. Yeah, but yeah, and then I mean, I get most of it's like attacking me in a weird way, like, oh, you seem to function well. And it's a weird thing to say to people. And like, I just couldn't. I would find it really difficult to sort of say to a random person that I don't know, oh, you seem to function well. You're not like the others. And the language, just no, literally, just the grammar is weird. It's like that really awful, but also funny, but awful. There's a David Brent Life on the Road sketch where he makes a song called Please Don't Make Fun of the Disableds, which is awful, and it is awful. But just that sentence doesn't make sense. There's no such thing as disabled. Like, it doesn't, it's almost grammatically incorrect. And I do often find, like, when people sort of somehow look at something that an autistic creator has created and go, oh, you must be functioning well. And it's like, we have no idea. Sorry, I'm banging my fingers again. It's like, well, you don't look like my child. It's like, well, no, I was born in the early 80s in Germany. I was in a military family. A low-ranking military family. And then moved to England. To a military town. Went to school. Like, I don't know. Like, my experiences are different to your. I don't know. I'm going to pick on a state I never hear from. Alaska. Your Alaskan 5-year-old nephew. Like, we're going to have different experiences. Like, growing up, we're going to be like, we're different people. We are completely different. Like, but also not different. A lot of the experiences are the same. That's the whole point. And the whole autism spectrum thing as well. It's, yeah. And I'm sure things will change, and we don't really understand a lot of things. Royal we, everyone, all of us humans that are alive right now. No, we don't actually get it. But you know, it's close enough. It's more or less there. Ask them how their bowels are functioning today. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't really have the opportunity in real life to be amusing and witty. It's on comment sections. It's in emails. It's in DMs. It's in like Facebook posts. All that sort of stuff. Let's hide Snooker's sick burn. You seem to function well for a stupid person. Oh, that is a sick burn. So hopefully, Leslie, this helps you. But that's the issue with the autism mum thing. One will arrive, you know, and be. The fact of the matter is every single human alive has had an autism. You know, well, everyone's had a mother, but every autistic person has had an autism mom, haven't they? The autism mom is a, you know, it's a pejorative. It's no insult is meant. There are autism moms in this community. It's not the same thing. It's a certain group. I was warned to keep out of those groups, by the way. I was warned to avoid groups of autistic parents, not autistic parents of autistic children. They have a certain vibe. Won't be surprised to learn you're being targeted by AI bots. Really, am I? To be fair, at some point it'll happen. And also, if AI wants to scrape my content, yeah, go on then. Fine, do it. Scrape it. There we go. That's better. Yeah, scrape the content. Learn. Maybe if AI trains off my content instead of training off Autism Speaks' website, that would be good. In fact, to be fair, I have had some interesting arguments with ChatGPT. And it does, yeah, it just seems to have a lot of Autism Speaks talking points. But you can create custom GPTs. You can, point it at even like the UK's National Autistic Society. They don't get everything right, but you know what I mean? They're not. Charlie, where are the autism dads? I do ask this question. I've actually asked it in a few videos, and I've had quite a few interesting comments on that topic. Yeah, they exist. I think, I suppose in some respects I was an autistic dad. Well, this time I'm like, still am, I suppose. But when you think about parenting, you think kind of early years parenting. You don't think the parent of a big teenager that does their own thing kind of parenting, or parent of an adult that does their own, you think your role as a parent diminishes over time. But a lot of groups I found were set up by mums. And it is like dads don't tend to set up groups, but when they do, they're the best groups in the world. There are some amazing sort of dad groups, but then I'd say 90%, at least my experience, this goes back to 2007, 90% of the groups, the support groups and whatever, they are mums and kids, and they did treat dads, not just autistic ones, suspiciously. So I don't know. I don't know if that's part of the genotype or what phenotype. I mean, you hear about homeschooling moms more than homeschooling dads. It's true. I think we just do. It could just be part of society and or culture, or who knows. Phonics, welcome. Autism mums or autistic themselves don't want to acknowledge it, especially in Chester poor kid. Yeah, I can tell you where I do draw a big line. I'll tell you where I do draw a big fat line. Feel free to disagree with me, by the way. We don't need to echo chamber. You can disagree with me. That's perfectly all right. Just be, challenge ideas, not people. My idea is that you shouldn't film children and put them on the internet. I'm not saying if you've got your family photos, you've got your family videos, and you shouldn't post them on social media and whatnot. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, you're having a child having a bad moment, maybe a meltdown, whatever. Something that their older self could look back on and be really embarrassed by. Don't film it, post it, and go, look what I have to put up with. Because that is very abusive. You shouldn't do it. And I'm British, and to be fair, there are British parents doing that on social media. It's not like it's an American thing and we go, oh, I'm British and if we don't. But it's a very un-British thing to do as well. So it's not just like as well, like British culture would look at that like, big eyebrows raised. Weird. But that's changing, and there's more. You can't tell us not to echo and say the least debatable opinion on the internet. He's at risk of his son taking over the channel. Really? Oh. But like, you that's not good. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying this. When I say they, I don't like the words they. But like, you shouldn't. They, do need support themselves as adults, as parents, as carers. They do need support, and they should find it. But they shouldn't take the outlet of, look at this, look what I have to put up with. Yeah, and it's out there. It's out there, guys. If you go on TikTok and search for the word autism, I bet you autism meltdown is the top or the second to top option. You click it, you'll see loads of children. And it's horrible. And some of them may not be meltdowns, some of them would be tangent. It's just whatever it is, it's minors, it's children, and that content should not be on the internet. I'm not saying it's CP or CSAM or whatever. It's legal, but it's adjacent. Stop it. Yeah. Teacher has been curious to speak. Autistic men get better with autistic women. I don't know. I don't know. From my perspective, IRL, I don't know if it's like more. It's hard to say. I suppose I'm more inclined to have female friends, but it's not because I'm looking for female friends. I just have more female friends, but then it makes me sound like I've got loads of friends and I'm super active and social, which I am not. One of my friends has contacted me, message out of the blue, going, "Oh, we should have a walk or something," and we do meet up, and maybe once a year or once every 2 years. Pretty bad. Elon's autism dad uses his child as body armor against snipers. Yeah, well, I don't know about snipers, but Elon definitely uses a kid as a rhetorical shield. Brittany worked in a group home for disabled adults. Never saw any of them onto sex and then the autistic. I don't understand what you've written. It could be me. It has been a little while, and I've been staring at screens for over 12 hours today. So I'm not blaming you at all. I used to remember as a kid, I had older girls as friends. Mostly autism from family friends, and they fit perfect with me because I had the caring or sister vibe. They comforted me. Yeah, I think I have and have had mostly close, looking at the onion model of relationships, mostly female friends, closer female friends. And it's not in a relationship way. It's not like a dating way at all. Zero. I find it weird that you have to almost say that. Sounds weird. It's like when you go, oh, it's a friend. Oh no, it's a platonic friend. It's like, why are you saying that? What? And then when you say something like that, it almost frames a friendship, or it frames as like a sex, like a, intimacy thing. And it's like, holy shit, that escalated fast. So yeah, the dynamics of explaining yourself and over explaining yourself and the assumptions and the hidden agenda. Yeah, it's all very weird. I'm an onion model. You're an onion soup. Actually, onion soup is very nice. I think I'm with all autistic people. Yeah. To be fair, some autistic people are assholes. Of course they are. Yeah. And I don't think. Yeah. I think it's weird to not. Here's one. I get a lot of comments on my YouTube, and they're weird comments. It'll be on like some older video that hasn't had a comment in weeks, and then one will pop up, and I notice that because it's a different video. By the way, if you ever want to get a YouTuber's attention, comment on an old video of theirs around the time when they've uploaded a video, because then they'll see it. It's a weird hack, isn't it? But the guy like they write this weird thing, which is obviously, it's like, I'm asking for a friend, and then they'll write some weirdly specific paragraph and go, autistic people can be like this, can't they? And what they want is like, they're asking, am I the arsehole? But actually they're not the arsehole. They're the wonderful white knight on a hill, and the autistic person in their life is an absolute dickhead. That's what they're saying, and they want support for that position, and it's really weird. But that happens now and again. But obviously, Brittany Daniels, that's not you, and you're not doing that here. But that happens, and it's weird. But in reality, the truth of the matter is yeah, you can be autistic and an asshole. Do we not have a better example of that than Mr. Musk himself right now? I was reading somewhere that a child was told their autism had gone by 18. Oh, it's horrible, Red Gen. It's horrible. Take care, Badger Fox, and thank you for joining in. I do like your name. Your username is very cool. Clark Bowler, welcome. My nan used to make delicious French onion soup. Oh, chocolate comfortable. It is nice, isn't it? And it doesn't. Do you know what? I could really go with that right now. If someone has tiger bread, like a tiger bread baguette, and some butter, and some French onion soup with like caramelized onions. I know I'm being weirdly specific right now. I wouldn't make this for myself. I don't have the patience. I would go for that right now. That'd be nice. And it doesn't like taste of onions. It's weird. Greta, welcome. I thought asking for a friend with code for indirectly dismissing kids about you. Well, it is. And these people haven't actually said asking for a friend, but they kind of have asked for a friend. If that makes sense. Take care, little cogs. I'm French. I'll get you some real fancy bread and soup de l'oignon. Nice. I just got to say, like, French onion soup is such a nice thing. It's such a nice thing. There's a lovely, what's it called? Cafe Rouge? Cafe? There's a nice, it's a chain, or it is now, of French cafes in the UK. There's not many of them, but, the French onion soup is so good. Like, you'd think it's a starter, right? For some weird, I'm not saying weird, I'm just like, you think it's a starter for some exotic kind of main and then some exotic kind of dessert. But just the soup. Just, the soup and bread is so nice. What is tiger bread? Anne-Marie, tiger bread is bread with like sesame oil on it, which has been baked. And when it comes out of the oven, it looks like a tiger skin on top. I tell you what, we'll do an after party and I'll show you some tiger bread. Because we've got some tiger bread. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's stale now because it's not fresh, but I can go and get the tiger bread. I'll just Google it, Dasbo. It's basically just onion and water in it. Like, it's just nice. I'm just like, I need tiger bread and French onion soup. Tiger bread's yeah, people here loving the tiger bread. Tiger bread is very, very popular here. Like all the supermarkets, like you will see tiger bread. Like you'll see tiger bread before you see loaves of bread. You'll see Adhhd tiger bread. Yeah, Tesco's tiger bread. I'm representing. It's just so nice. Anne-Marie, is there? I'm deliberately thinking of ways that we could post you some tiger bread. Is there no tiger bread in a shop near you? Do you not have like? Does Walmart not sell? Assuming it's Walmart that's near you. I mean, can you not go to like a big? I just find it weird. Yeah, me too, Helen. Helen, Yumi, Yannicka. Layla. Oh. Okay, I eat tiger bread because pretty much like Nina, yeah. Is tiger bread the same as Dutch? All right, okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do a 2-minute break. I'm going to go and get the tiger bread that's in the kitchen. I'm going to bring it in here and show you the tiger bread because we can't be having this. There can't be a wait, right? 2-minute break. It might be 1 minute, so hold on to your hats.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Woohoo! 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 Tiger, take over tiger bread. Woohoo! I've got tiger bread.
By my
Oh, it smells so good, guys.
feet step over
One more thing.
the moon. Golden, I follow only golden, golden.
It was Cora, wasn't it? Please, can somebody type the username? Who was it? It was Cora, wasn't it? Happy Autism Day. Happy Autism Day. I have to scroll the chat, but it's going to be like 2,000 messages. I can't scroll the chat. I can't go far enough back. It wasn't Cole. That was it. Happy Autism Cake Day. We remembered. You're probably not here, which means it's just without you. But I told you we had cake. Happy Autism Day to you. Congrats on the autism if you're still here. If you're not here, well, tough. Exactly. Happy Autism Day to you. Random people on the internet that are all very real and not AI bots. So we can see that now, can't we? This, my friends, is a Tesco Tiger baguette. This is the one you want. Now, I never eat the top bit. The top bit goes to the dogs because it's exposed to the air. Okay, it says, our crunchy and crusty baguettes, it's not crusty anymore, it's kind of squishy to be honest, have been expertly baked in store with care throughout the day. Eat today. Hang on, I need to turn it around. It says, eat today to enjoy at its best. Yeah, basically. Or refresh the following day by sprinkling with water and refreshing in the oven. Crab Squire, happy autism existencing to you. Look. I did not know you could do that. Every day is a school day. So this is not... This isn't fresh because it was fresh yesterday. Look at that. Right, this top bit, right, goes like to the dogs because this happens every time. Because when it's in the shop, that bit... Look at the texture though. Anne-Marie, get some of this. What's Tiger about it? Says Coriel. Look. Not the best example, to be fair. Not the best example. But, I didn't know you could water it and oven it to make it back again. Yeah, it's got stripes on it. Well, we don't need this piece. It can go to the dogs. Okay, my throwing is not very good. I'll do it again. He's come back. It's basically boomerang. I'm going to have to use the same plate as the cake. And I'll move it so that they can have some space. I'm going to cut a piece off. It's not crusty anymore. It used to be crusty, but it doesn't matter. I don't mind it being a little bit like 24 hours old or whatever it is. It is not super fresh. So basically when it's not super fresh, it kind of goes a bit squishy and then eventually it goes hard and it goes stale. It's not reached that point yet. But I didn't realize you could revive it with water. You can water your bread. Who'd have thought that? Who waters their bread? Butter. Flora butter. Okay. Butter the bread. I have to do it up here so you can see it. Make a cake sandwich? No way. Last time we made a flipping sandwich on this stream, it did not go well. It was a bad time. It was a bad time. Okay. Butter. Look at it. And Saber's here, right, by the way. Okay. Look. Look at this. 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 This is pure autism pleasure. It's so nice. It's not crunchy like it's supposed to be because it's old, but a taste of nice European bread. It's got like a sesame kind of flavour to it. Crisp butty, Mark, yeah, you can put crisps in there. Totally accepted. Yep. Oh, it's so good. Oh, a big bite. Look. Tiger bites. You can also freeze dense breads like bagels and refresh them in a toaster oven. Can you? Oh, that is delicious. Okay, I'll put a bit more butter on. Butter. Butter on pasta. Butter on tiger bread. Look at that. Helen, check this out. Look. Tesco's. Is the Asda one like that? Please tell me there's no Asda near me. I go to Asda whenever I go to England, isn't it? I'm so sad. Asda is one of my top destinations. Okay, ready? It's like Walmart in the UK. Ready? Oh, it's cheap as well. I forgot to mention. It's cheap. It's not like artisan top nonsense. It's just... there you go. I have no connection to Yorkshire, although Nina Tea Fairy was raised in Yorkshire. She is Norwegian, but she was raised in Yorkshire. Bread Hub. Autistic OF. Sponsored by Tiger Bread and Yorkshire Tea. Charlie, you'd like this. The other thing you can do with it is you can chop off a chunk like this and turn it into a sandwich. Normally, I just have bread. Normal European. When I say bread, I'm not talking about Wonder Bread. I'll cut off like this much. And then I'll have like a really big sandwich in there. And I'm so happy. It's just one of the best things in life, I'm afraid. It's just... Thomas is a Yorkshire boy. Yeah, I can promise you that. We went to a Yorkshire gym. Doogie, out. Doogie, none of this PB&J stuff. I'm joking. Of course. Of course I'm joking, yeah. That would obviously be a joke. Because if you were here for the PB... You need to watch the live stream a couple of weeks ago. I tried peanut butter and jam jelly. Do you know what? It was actually worse than I expected it to be. I had neutral sort of expectations, but it was clammy. It was awful. It was like putting my hands in mud. In warm mud. Anne-Marie, I reckon that could work, you know. I reckon that would work really, really well. To make garlic bread, yeah. to put the slices. Yeah, that perfectly good. Do you know what I think you could also do? You could probably also slice it in half, but maintaining the structural rigidity. Do your garlic and butter, bake the whole thing, and then slice it afterwards. That could also work really, really well. I've never done it, but I can imagine it working well. Lorax from Minnesota took care of it for you. Mike, did you see that PB and JB I sent you? Is it DM? I need to check. I'm sorry. I've been tardy. I've been overwhelmed actually. Well, I'll just call it tardy. It's much better to just call it tardy. However, peanut butter beer sounds bad. Jam beer is cider, is it not? MS, I'm in Minnesota. Do you know something? I could probably just say, well, the sun never sets on the autistic ass. But it's especially bright in Minnesota. Emma! Now I shall have cake. We really should have gone to Afterparty by now. This is where the food usually happens. Maybe I'll make a sandwich. Stormbreeze. Indeed, yeah. Does therapy have to be in person, really? Genuine question for everybody here. Everyone in the room. My therapy experience is one session. Did not continue. I think I spent most of the session asking for definitions of words. I wish it was recorded. I had no idea. I had no idea this would become a career. I spent the entire time asking for definitions of terms and words. Weird fucking words. Like stimming. I thought stimming was a collection by Anne Summers. And where is the autistic community? I asked that question as well. There was no sign of autistic community. It wasn't there. Oh man, I just had questions about it was a virtual session. I'm just going to shout out here. If you were my therapist for I think 2 hours or whatever, could you please out yourself if you're watching my streams? I give you permission. I'd like, if you've made any notes, can you just share them? That's fine. Or there's a lot to take in, you know. Especially sort of pre-YouTube, and I don't mean pre-YouTube as in, because YouTube videos did help me actually. But there's when you're still in bookland, there's an awful lot to take in. You know, there's a lot of terms and a lot of culture, particularly, which doesn't really make sense. A lot of in-group words. It is I, Mike. It isn't. I promise it isn't. See? I promise it's not. You have no idea. Okay, so the lady I spoke to was lovely. What can I say that's potentially fine? She was. I can't give stuff. I can't say stuff. I can say that she's gay because that was perfectly normal and part of her profile and everything, part of the product. She's lovely, actually. I guess I was just bewildered more than anything. Found the session helpful. Spending money though. Lorax, please don't say PB&J. I think what I need to do is log into YouTube and ban the term PB&J. Can't do that. I think I should ban it. Import taste to post meltdowns on the internet. True, Red Gen. Including your own, possibly, potentially. I don't know. It probably isn't your own, to be fair. I don't know. Like if I were having a moment, which is not common, to be fair, it's a very uncommon. For me, thankfully, and it's environmental, and it's context based. I've gone into this in great detail previously, and I'm quite tired now, so I don't want to go through it all now. Except to say that it's not. I don't know how cognizant I would be of like filming myself at a very stressful time like that. And I don't think I'd post that online. I don't know. Each to their own, in my opinion. But you definitely shouldn't video children or any third parties like that. Okay, it sounds a bit like the banning of words and phrasing going on the dysfunctional White House. Oh, I thought you were saying dysfunctional YouTube channel, dysfunctional stream. Oh, the weird phrases and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I have comments on that for another time. Charlie's on my team here. Why? Because PB and JP. Do you know something? Do you know? Can I honestly give you my verdict? I have spoken to a few people post that stream about the whole PB and J thing because it's interesting, and they've all given me their ideas about I use too much jam or too little peanut butter or whatever. But I am actually utterly grateful that I had the opportunity to make a sandwich by committee. And I think it came out generally somewhere in the middle of what everyone thought. So it was quite possibly the standard American sandwich, or SAS for short. And you'd have to be in the SAS to eat that thing, I think. Yeah, it was, but we made a thing, didn't we? We did make a thing. And it wasn't far off, but it was Charlie, the right way. You also have good taste. I find peanut butter in the EU is awful. Yeah. The red currants are banned there, are they? No. Red currants are not banned here. What brand of peanut butter did you use? It was Sunpat. It was the thing I was for sure. Yeah, Helen, it was a monstrosity, but it was a monstrosity that was designed in conjunction with real Americans, TM. It was a real sandwich, and it was designed in conjunction with a team of highly qualified organic Americans. So the reason why I said I'm genuinely pleased, I am actually genuinely grateful, because obviously you hear about PB&J in culture, right? And I feel like I've now done that one. I feel like I've earned 100 XP. Basically, when I'm dead, and then there's like a list of all the things I've done for experience points. You know, had a PB&J sandwich has now been ticked, and most Americans have that ticked by the time they're 3 or whatever. And I'm like, not 3, and that's now been ticked, and that's cool. And you know, maybe I'll have a high enough level or something. I'm much closer to having the cheese and ketchup sandwich. Having said that, by the way, Jansen, if you make a cheese toasty and then dip it in ketchup, totally cool. That's actually quite nice. I've not had it. Fluffernutter, yeah. Oh, durian fruit. I hate durian fruit. But you know something? I've actually bought some durian snacks for my mum. Durian wafers. Literally like wafers, you know. like biscuits, like a cookie. Well, not cookies. They're just wafers. That you put in an ice cream. They're durian flavored. Not for me, thank you. My mum loves durian so much. I no longer qualifies organic because of 125% microplastics. We're all microplastics. That's the problem. We've had too much plastics. That is actually legitimately quite sad, by the way. We all contain microplastic, and fortunately, it's you know, I don't know. Nobody knows. We are the generation of microplastics, the first one. Did you feel like you missed out on becoming the first autism patient a la Donald Triplet? Well, have no matter. You're the first generation of microplastics in your blood. Microplastic. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's bad, but that's good. Did I miss pizza in Denmark? Really? Really? I had pizza tonight. Nina and I, we had... It was just a Marks and Spencer's like fridge pizza, but I do like making pizza. I went through a prolonged period of having no money, and by no money I mean like literally zero, like nothing, and needing to eat, but also needing to eat the things I liked and not the things I don't want to eat. And so I learned how to make pizza, and I learned how to make pizza really, really cheaply, and it started off really, really badly, but eventually got quite good at it. And Stormbreeze, there are sort of like alternatives. It is possible to do. The only thing there isn't, and I do genuinely mean this as a pizza aficionado, is there's no good dairy-free mozzarella. Like there might be. I might be wrong because it might exist and I just don't know about it. It's not on my radar. But I'm always looking out for it. So I do sort of miss mozzarella. The texture works for me, but I don't want it. So I do need a good vegan mozzarella. Presley, I was diagnosed as autistic at 12. That's an interesting age. Mike is a very punnable name. Yeah. On the side of my camera it says Mike Jack, which always makes me laugh because it's like it's like two first names. Because I don't read it. It says Mike, obviously it's MIC, but like I read MIC as MIKE, as do many of you, right? So Mike Jack. It's like, all right, okay. It's just like two first names. Ben the Wildlife Clips. It is a Amaran RGB panel, color changing, and I've just propped it up under the plant pot that you can see in some of my videos. But there's a... Oh, come on. If I pull this anymore, it's going to land on me. Can you get into frame, please? No. I have software. You're cropped in, by the way. The webcam is wider. But where I would normally move the camera around, I can't because the software has crashed. So I'm not going to restart it in case it breaks. They're making pizza for the kids for lunch. That is amazing, Helen. You're a A-star mother. You should also make pizza for YouTubers. I don't know if you've ever considered it. Barry Hobbs. I've never heard corn as a topping in the States now. Corn. Yeah, corn. I've seen corn on pizza loads of times. I mean, Domino's do corn on pizza, sweet corn. It's actually quite nice. It does work. You know, perhaps with onions as well, or asparagus, and some corn as well can work quite well. Sometimes with olives. I mean, there's so many options, right? What about pineapple? Corn pancakes is a thing, right? Okay. Well, corn bread is a thing. It would be a long time. Well, in theory, it could be. Sometimes you get lucky and it's literally next day. Goss is good. I like Kite Hill, almond cheeses, and yogurts the most. Okay. I don't know if that exists here. In fact, these things exist here only now. Thank you. I've dispensed 2 half bags already and given 2 bags to Latif Fairy to feed some of the kitties in there. Me, hi all, not sure what we're talking about, but I have Arfid. Sorry, we were talking briefly about baguette. Well, this is a tiger bred baguette, and some folks hadn't ever seen one before. I was actually ending the stream, and I was like, okay, I'll see what I could get it. I don't know how you would ever explain this to a psychologist. Because at some point I need to do that ADHD assessment. The thing is, where I'm having difficulty is that, well, obviously the traveling, the pipeline. Oh, some interesting news, everybody. I forgot to mention it. I was going to mention it at the very beginning of the stream. At the very, very beginning of the stream. I think I struggled to get the link, so I can't sort of evidence it. But I think the do you remember the whole ADHD pathway in the UK drama was changing from April? Well, it's been cancelled. So we no longer have the ending of ADHD services in the UK. For now. It was going to be something like potentially 12 referrals per tiny little group. Have I said that wrong? Yeah, I have. This is why on my YouTube videos I will think about what I want to say and then actually have researched it, know what I'm talking about, and then said it. Probably 3 or 4 times and then taken the best take. That's how YouTube videos happen. I come across so much better. Meg just did a video because of that? Oh, cool. Okay, I had no idea. I haven't actually seen a Meg video in a long while now. Probably should. Yeah, really, Jenny K. Yeah, really. I haven't seen the press release or whatever. There doesn't appear to really be one, but it has been binned. Yeah, so that's good. That doesn't mean that it's not going to come back or we're not going to have. But yes, it is good news. And to be fair, it only happened IMO because of pushback. I mean, it wouldn't happen otherwise. Government says, do you want me to cut healthcare? I'm going to cut healthcare services. And then a shitload of people go, no! And they go, all right. We'll get back to the drawing board. Yeah. So yeah, well done you. Well done everyone for mentioning and for talking about that. And for writing to your MP. I know some of you used the ADHD UK form. Some of you didn't. Some of you just emailed MPs and whatnot and just made your voice heard. That makes a big difference because, yeah. The channel name is I'm Autistic Now. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My brain is gone again. Yeah, I haven't seen any of Meg's videos in a little while. And that's mostly because I haven't had time or the headspace to kind of sit down and sort of enjoy content. All I've had playing in the background is lo-fi music or butter and jam pizza. Ah! No way. Bartolo! Hey, welcome. Relief that the Scottish Government aren't cutting non-means tested disability. Sorry, my screen is. I don't think it's my screen, it's my eyes, actually. We need to push back on the proposed change to benefits in the UK. Yeah. You're 100% right. I did intend to make some content about it. if I wasn't up to my eyeballs, it would have happened. I'd probably have said something at some point. I have sent a couple of emails. There's a belief. I made a detailed video on Patreon as well about Kemi Badenoch and the Conservative Party manifesto, which makes some interesting claims about autism with respect to the benefit system. And I'm glad they're not in power now. But it seems unkind. Well, it is unkind. No, you're right. I just feel partly responsible. And the cutbacks, yeah, cutbacks, things like Pip. And not to be uncareful with my language, but it's an unmitigated disaster. Because Pip, it's not like it's this concept that, and it's pushed by right-wing media in the UK, that there are a lot of benefit shysters, and they'll throw up an example. And for a long time in the UK, there was a lot of media on places like Channel 4, and they'd be like Benefits Britain and Benefit Street and Benefit this, that, and the other. And it's like, look at these sort of chavvy people. Look what they're doing with your money, blah, 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 blah. And that was a lot. It really was a lot. There were so many sort of documentaries, mockumentaries, whatever, about poor people living on benefits, and some of them living very sort of antisocial lives. And that was sort of being held up as an example of why the benefit system needs reform. And it's like, well, yes, but it's like the whole sort of like autism, self-identification. Someone throws this at me every single day. Every single day, someone, if I care to look, I'll find like 7 in the last week, right? Plus. And it'll be like, what about people that self-identify as autistic? They're taking resources away from the rest of us, blah, 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 blah. Well, they're not. And also, yeah, people can be misguided. People can make mistakes. Hell, psychologists can make mistakes. Hell, psychologists have been misdiagnosing particularly AFABs and trans women as having borderline personality disorder instead of autism. Particularly high masking autistic women, adults. So it does happen. There are abuse in all some parts of the system, but particularly, I'm sorry, I'm getting angry. I'm getting ranty. But things like fraud and corporate welfare in the UK, particularly under our last outgoing government, has been criminal to the tune of many hundreds of billions. Big scandals. Yeah. Everyone deserves support, and to be frank, we can easily support everyone. Actually, it's not that difficult. And yeah, there will be abuse. Of course, there will. But I don't think we should optimize for a system where we have no abuse. I think that's part of the issue here. And people can sort of work, but then again, we've got other issues. We have an AI revolution, which is also going to start swallowing jobs. And part of the issue with that is then what jobs do you expect people to do? It's very difficult. The amount of benefits fraud is far less than corporate and tax fraud. Oh yeah, definitely, Jenny. Yeah, massively so. I mean, the argument is 2 wrongs don't make a right, and the books don't balance, and therefore we need to have a look at it. And there does need to be reform, but it needs to be done in such a way that it is kind. But unfortunately, currently, it is not. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. It's a big issue. But what the conversation doesn't take account of is the fact that there are a lot of disabled people working that can only do so because of their PIP. Anne-Marie. Yeah. Yeah, quite. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have other issues as well, such as, you know, the tax system, particularly in the UK, and I know it's very similar in America and other places too. Taxes work. So it doesn't tax wealth in the same way, which is nuts. But I don't think it's going to be too comfortable in the future. Big vehicles in London. Wow, that's tough. London was not optimized for large vehicles. This is Emma, everybody. Hey, Emma. Sorry, I'm just sniffing my hand because I gave her the flea and worm and tick treatment on the back of her neck. A selamectin based anti-thelmetic. Molting. She's molting her winter coat. She's molting her winter coat and turning it to her spring coat. Cats will molt their coat at least twice a year. It's twice a year. About spring and autumn or fall. They'll get their two different coats. They'll get the summer coat and the winter coat. Emma, do you want snacks? Layla has kindly provided snacks. Would you like snacks? I think Emma would like snacks. Oh wow, HGV. Nice. Nice, does. Very nice. Employment is... I don't really want to spoiler it. I've got a series of employment videos which I've been working on for a year. I'm going to release them all at the same time. Obviously there's generic stuff in there as well, but then there's obviously stuff about tech. Just because of what I know, what it is I know. And interviews. There, do you know, Scott? I'm sorry. There was going to be a 24-hour live stream, and then there was, and it just never happened. So yeah, the answer is yes. At some point there will. It's possibly going to be smaller in scope, only because lots of other creators want to join in as well. And it's like, okay, let's do a charity thing, and it's like, okay, now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It might just have to be a 24-hour stream of the cats. Crap Squire, I just figured out that Emma is the cat. Yes. Well, Emma is more than a cat. Emma is... She's pretty much a demon cat. A 23-hour. 23.5. Yeah, 1 hour might, 23 hours cats. Studying a tech degree, I have an interest in AI. Well, that's good that you have an interest in AI at this point. At this juncture. Machine learning, it was called. I mean, wow. I mean, my AI stuff was pretty rudimentary. Yeah, compared to now. It's called fuzzy logic, and we did quite a bit of programming in Ada. It's all of this stuff, all these, it's just, yeah, a waste of time. Unemployment, the worst thing in the world except for unemployment. Yeah. Pitbull and a Chihuahua. Oh, well, we have a Chihuahua too. Emma's actually quite happy right now. But yeah. So Emma will get angry and feisty for that exact reason. I think it's because she expects attention. Musk say, did XAI call him out on fascist behavior? Oh, that's amazing. No, I didn't. No. Please post in the politics channel on the Discord. I want to see it. Greetings. Greetings, Michigan. Kajin. Oh, yeah, not entirely. So some of our cats will flick their tails when they're not irritated. To be fair, Emma is not permanently, majority irritated most of the time. Who's got a cat called Eeyore? That is a cool name for a cat. Let's go Looper here, chirping his. Oh, God. Do you know the kittens have inspired some of the older cats to be kittens again? So Saber is one of them, and occasionally some of the other cats will act like kittens, and it's like, stop it! You're old. You're 15 years old. You shouldn't be acting like a kitten. You know, the older cats will start to. Emma has a bit of a short fuse. You would say yes. Emma has a short fuse. She is like an atomic bomb. Emma's lovely. I use Native American names from the northwest coast of the US for cat names. All right, drop a few. Drop a few. I need a few of these names. I think you have posted them before, Stormbreeze. I'm terribly sorry to say I've forgotten them. Put an image of pineapple on pizza in Discord. Does it have to be the politics channel? Food and drink is fine. Tillamook. Aww. Tilla for short. Our cat is Loki because of mischievous menace to society. To be fair, Loki could fit quite a few cats around here too. Halsey, that's nice. I like that. Obvious reasons. Lovely dog. A lovely dog once called Boot. Oh, yeah, senior zoomies, inspired by kitten zoomies. Oh yeah. Your Jip and Emma are sweet. I'm really digging Hyde Snooker's cats right now because just the meme potential. They're so memeable. All right, okay, we're gonna go to Afterparty. Some of us are gonna carry on hanging out on Discord. It's a I think it's called a perk, but anyway, it's basically part of my Patreon. I've actually got Patreon videos. I have them literally ready to go on my laptop. I'll post them at the same time. There's going to be a Tiger Tier one of a very interesting sound check. Doesn't make sense now, but you will when you see it. And there's going to be a Cat Tier one on autism awareness reactions, which is pretty cool. I've got a bit more I want to add to it, so that's not going to be out tonight because I want to work on it a bit more. And yeah, Discord is on all of my tiers, including the lowest one, the kitten tier, at $4 a month. It really does help me. I spend it on stuff like ABA training and cat food. Cat food. So that was a really bad thing to say, but it's true. So yeah, if you want to support me, it helps me to make content and stuff, and I do genuinely enjoy making content. It just takes a really long time, so it needs to live. So yeah, thanks so much for that. It's really cool. And I'll see some of you on Discord shortly. We'll continue with a bit more after party. Maybe I'll make a sandwich. Yeah, we'll do that. See you soon. See you soon. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, that's the exit. Bye. All right, look. If you're not on a Patreon, whatever reason, it's optional. You don't have to. It's an added stuff. It's more AF stuff. Okay, so please don't feel any pressure. Right? I think that's probably something that I should say more often, and I don't say it enough. I make videos on YouTube every week. My ambition is to make better content and more of it. I also do a live stream every Tuesday. You're in it. I do a live stream every Tuesday, and you are in it right now. This is that live stream. You are in it. This is here at this time every week. So you could set a reminder. I really do try to make it, by the way. I mean, most of my streams are sort of unplanned, and I'm just rushing into them, and because I really am trying to keep the stream. So just make sure you click like, and definitely click like on the stream. It's got nothing to do with ego. It's purely just like get that algorithm bot. It tells the YouTube bots that you thought you had a nice time and you liked the stream. If you didn't like it, then click like dislike twice or something. But like click like once or any odd number of times. And yeah, so we do a stream. It's really nice. Last week was so busy in the live stream, and there was so much going on that I didn't see much of the chat. So it's nice to do a live stream that's to a smaller group, and sometimes we play games and sometimes we do other things. Sometimes we've even worked on stuff, believe it or not. So yeah, it's been really good. So it's been nice to meet some of you new ones, new folks, and I'll see you later. Let the likes flow through you. Yeah, definitely smash the likes. The like button. It's pretty cool. Like hit the like. People will have unsubbed on this stream. Like that's the thing. Like the unsub action would have happened. How do we best do this? I think bye. No, you hang up first.